Welcome back. Today's explainer is all about the 2026 Earning App Stack. We're looking at 5 completely fresh, thoroughly verified platforms that are actively paying out this year. And the best part? We haven't covered a single one of these in our previous 59 days. You're going to want to stick around for this one, because the final platform we'll discuss is an absolute goldmine, specifically built for those of you who are already out there building an audience.
Can you believe it? We have officially hit day 60. That means we're exactly 60% of the way through this massive 100-day series. From reading textbooks to our deep dive into Honeygain, we've covered a staggering amount of ground in days 1 through 59, all of it building toward a really comprehensive understanding of modern earning. Hitting day 60 is a massive milestone for us, and to celebrate, we're bringing you the absolute best fresh platforms available right now.
So to break down these 5 fresh platforms, we're going to use something I like to call the ladder of effort. It's exactly what it sounds like. We're going to start at the very bottom with the absolute easiest, most passive earning methods, stuff that requires literally 0 changes to your daily routine. Then, we'll slowly climb our way up, step by step, toward higher effort platforms that offer significantly larger payouts. And finally, we'll cap the whole thing off with a massive, high-ceiling platform built just for content creators.
Let's start right at the foundation. Level 1, Passive and Seamless Earning, featuring Shopkick and EarnLab. Think of these 2 platforms as the baseline for our earning ecosystem, but they work in completely different ways. On one hand, you've got Shopkick, which represents physical ease. It rewards you for just doing your normal, everyday shopping. On the other hand, EarnLab is basically the ultimate in digital passivity. It utilizes incredibly secure background bandwidth sharing. Both of these are completely designed to integrate flawlessly into your life without you having to lift a finger or really go out of your way.
Shopkick's mechanics are actually pretty wild. They award a point currency, they call them kicks, just for walking into participating stores. Yeah, literally just crossing the threshold of a Target or a Starbucks earns you rewards, even if you don't buy a single thing. You can also earn more by scanning product barcodes or making everyday purchases. You then take those points and convert them directly into gift cards for those massive retailers. It requires absolutely 0 change to your routine, and realistically, it brings in about $10 to $35 a month.
Then, when it comes to verified potential, EarnLab is an absolute powerhouse. They boast an immense user base of nearly 300,000 individuals who have collectively earned millions of dollars. Honestly, that kind of massive adoption completely establishes its legitimacy. Out of all the purely passive income apps, EarnLab tends to have the highest earning potential, bringing in roughly $10 to $30 monthly from a single application. It's super convenient because it combines passive bandwidth sharing, survey rewards, and task completion all into one unified dashboard, so you aren't juggling a bunch of different apps.
Stepping one rung up our ladder, we arrive at Level 2, Active Hustle and Quick Payouts, featuring Klink and VISU.
To really wrap your head around this tier, let's contrast it with what we just looked at in Level 1. While Shopkick passively rewards you for basically just existing in a store, Klink demands actual active engagement. You're sitting down to complete specific tasks, tackle dedicated offers, and engage in social quests. Sure, it definitely takes more of your time, but because of that hands-on effort, it unlocks much higher reward tiers.
So, how high do those rewards actually go? Well, casual base users easily clear $100 a month just by interacting with everyday tasks. But the top-tier users, the ones who aggressively target the high-reward offers, they can pull in up to $1,000 monthly. I mean, that is a massive jump. Plus, the payouts are in cold, hard cash sent directly to your PayPal or bank account. And they support USD, EUR, GBP, and over 20 other currencies.
Alongside Klink in this active tier is VISU. This is a brand engagement platform with one massive selling point for 2026: instant PayPal payouts. We all know that in this space, waiting weeks for a transfer is the frustrating norm. Well, VISU eliminates that friction entirely. You engage, you earn, and boom, you get paid immediately.
Now, if you want to truly optimize VISU, you need a stacking strategy. First, earn your base by watching their branded content and knocking out those short interactive tasks. Then, stack that routine with background apps like Sweatcoin for passive earning and Ibotta for cash back. By combining these, reaching $35 to $70 a month is highly achievable. Just a quick heads up though, VISU currently shines brightest for US-based users in urban or suburban markets, simply because that's where brand campaigns are most heavily targeted right now.
And finally, we reach the top of our ladder. Level 3, the Creator Ceiling, featuring Fanfix. Fanfix has rapidly exploded as the go-to platform for Gen Z creators, and it's driven entirely by clean, brand-safe, exclusive content. Because they strictly prohibit any NSFW material, it creates this highly appealing environment for premium advertisers and brand sponsorships over the long haul. Honestly, this makes it the absolute perfect, sustainable home for lifestyle and fitness creators who want a reliable, subscription-based income stream without compromising their personal brand.
Why are creators flocking here? It's all about the incredibly generous revenue split. Creators take home a massive 80% of their earnings, with the platform fee capped at just 20%. You know, in today's creator economy, ensuring the actual talent reaps the primary financial benefits is a total game changer. It gives creators the lion's share of what they generate, which is exactly how it should be.
So how do creators actually monetize that 80% cut? It's mostly through three main avenues: monthly memberships, one-off paywalled posts, and paid direct messages. By utilizing these specific tools, hundreds of users on there are already pulling in six figures annually. If you're currently building your following right alongside our 100-day series, you need to set your Fanfix up today. Get it ready now, so the exact moment your audience scales, you're ready to monetize.
All right, let's bring all of this together and look at your total earning potential to give you an honest combined picture of what you can realistically expect in a month.
If you combine the active side of our ecosystem, meaning you're running Shopkick, Klink, and VISU simultaneously with daily use, you are looking at a really solid $50 to $150 a month. That depends entirely on your location and how much effort you put in, of course. Then, layer on the passive side with EarnLab just running silently in the background, and you safely add another $10 to $30 monthly to that total, with absolutely zero extra work.
Fanfix, of course, sits completely outside this standard baseline. As our high-ceiling outlier, its financial potential reaches well into the six figures. But it carries a strict barrier to entry. You absolutely must have an existing audience to unlock it. It's a completely different game than the reward apps for sure, but it's one that is incredibly lucrative and absolutely worth playing if you're putting in the groundwork to build that following.
And that wraps up the fresh 2026 Earning App Stack for Day 60. But before we go, I want to leave you with a quick question for tomorrow. Are you ready to earn by designing, even if you have absolutely zero prior experience? For Day 61, we're going to cover exactly how to do just that. Make sure you're subscribed, catch up on the previous 59 explainers if you haven't already, and I will see you tomorrow.